What is your dream job? The career that I'm currently working for is actually my dream job. Now, to me, my dream job isn't a career that makes millions and millions of dollars. It's actually just something that makes me happy internally. So I'm currently going to school to be a special education teacher for preschool through the third grade. It's a really rewarding feeling to work with students of different disabilities. I volunteered for 2 years and I loved every minute of it. At the end of the day, it's just rewarding. I actually have so many different incidents where I just help students, and I actually, for a couple hours a day, they learn something, and it makes me feel good. Um, with this position, I'll be able to live a comfortable lifestyle and perform the job that I've always wanted to do. I won't have an excessive amount of money, but just knowing that, living a comfortable lifestyle, it'll make me happy. I'm going to elaborate on the income of my desired position, the requirements, and also the shortage of teachers in the United States that we are currently facing, and the job description. First, let's begin with the income salary that becomes with this position. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average pay of a special education teacher is $52,250. This is for preschool, elementary in the United States. This was conducted in May of 2010, and it's from the BLS.gov. This is a credible source from the United States Department of Labor. And this is just an average throughout the United States. It does range from about 18,000 to about 80,000, but that's just an average for everybody. Next, I want to discuss the requirements to be a special education teacher. Depending on where you want to work, in a private school or in a public school, it's different requirements. Private schools don't require an actual license or certification. They just require a bachelor's degree. I just want to work in a public school in the school district here, and that you do need a minimum of a bachelor's degree and you do need to be certified. So every position for special education teacher has minimum requirements. And the license varies, but it's normally just a normal certification, like to be a teacher. You have to have your credits acquired, 63 credits, and this was from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, again, BLS.gov. And according to the U.S. Department of Education, in Nevada, we're really in need of teachers, especially special education, and across the whole nation. And at the end, I'm going to have this handout, and it just shows every year what we're needing. And this is special education and everything, so hearing impairments, learning disabled. So we're really in need of special education teachers. I will be able to see different students with disabilities in the classroom. You need a lot of patience to work with them, and we're really need, especially Nevada, for special education teachers. Lastly, I want to have the description of the job. First of all, I think that communication skills, spoken skills are very important for this position for the kids. Have a lot of patience, explain slowly. They need to know what you're saying, what you're trying to say to them, and you need to be very organized. If the kids are having trouble and you're not organized, then how are they going to learn anything? And on americasjobexchange.com, I found an accurate list of job descriptions. And I know this is a credible source because I did some research on it, and it had 100% reliability rating with lots of reviews. And with that being said, on americasjobexchange.com, a list of duties, to name a few, are ability to teach students at the elementary level from any level of disability, ranging from hearing impairment to learning disabled, autism, any disability, or learning impairment. And you need to be able to change the curriculum in order to meet the students' requirements. So you need to be able to just connect with every student on a different level. Also, you need to know how to record grades in the gradebook, of course. Use an array of teaching methods in order to enhance learning. And you also need to go over the student's IEP with their guardian. The student's parents or whoever they're living with needs to know how they're doing in school, what they need to be working on, because not only do they need to improve in school, you have to be able to take that home and help the parents help them with that. This also needs to be worked on with any school officials. Everyone has to be aware of what the child needs. And so in conclusion, job requirements, salaries, about $52,250 on average, depending on experience. And I hope you learned a few things from this informative speech. And I learned new things about my career by doing this speech. I thought maybe it was a little bit lower income. That's something I did learn, but it was a little higher. And so lastly, I just printed out a few pages of this. It's all the way from 1990 to 2013. It's the teacher shortage areas in the nationwide listing. This is Nebraska, all the way to 1990, 1993, 1994, 95, and these are all special education teachers. Everything highlighted almost every year is what's needed. And then we come into Nevada. And again, special education teachers. And it's just, like I said before, visually handicapped, multi-handicapped, hearing impaired, gifted, just special education teachers are highly needed in the United States. And that's another thing that's making me happy is because I can fulfill that need to the students.